What's up guys, my name is Ace, and with the recent changes to the global flinch in this game, as well as the adjustments to the primed basic training skills, a lot of people that have normally been using primed on pretty much all of their classes, they've been asking me, what should I use now that I have that slot freed up and I don't really need to use primed to remain competitive, what should I be using for a basic training skill? So today I'm going to be covering my top 3 basic training skills after the primed nerf. And before we get into the list, I just want to mention that primed is still an okay basic training skill for that extra attachment. That can be very powerful. Some guns really rely on having lots of attachments, and when you pile a bunch of attachments on, they become quite a bit more powerful. So don't completely rule that out, but let's get into my list of my top 3. These are in no particular order. First up, Lookout. Lookout is the type of basic training skill where I feel like a lot of people are just now starting to catch on to how good it is. And I think most people, when they see Lookout, the main reason they add Lookout is so that they can see name tags at a further distance. A lot of people in my videos have been asking me, how can you see their name tags all the way across the map? You're not even aiming down sight. This is Lookout. It's very, very important for that. It's very helpful for that. But I think a lot of people forget about the fact that Lookout also greatly increases your minimap coverage. It zooms your minimap out significantly, and this allows you to see what's going on around you a whole lot better with that minimap, which is excellent in this game. For me personally, I even completely forgot about this perk of it. I found I was doing so much better with Lookout, and it was just kind of instinctive. I was looking at the map, and I was seeing things, and I was able to react to things, and I felt like my awareness improved so much more, and then I remembered, oh yeah, that's because I get an increased minimap coverage, so I can actually see what's going on around me a whole lot better. So Lookout is actually, in my opinion, one of the best basic training skills in the game currently. Next up, this is something that finally a lot of people I also see are catching on to. This is Hunker. Hunker is basically like Flak Jacket. This will protect you from nade damage a little bit. You'll still take damage, but at least from full health, you should never die to a single grenade. It can be right at your feet. You will survive that grenade, which is excellent. In this game, everybody's got a grenade, unlike with the pick 10 system where a lot of people sacrifice their grenade in exchange for extra perks or attachments or something like that. In this game, everybody's got a grenade, so everybody's throwing grenades, and grenades are quite powerful in this game. I've found anytime I play objective game modes, I have several classes available with that Hunker basic training skill on there, and this has saved me countless times in game. In my mind, if you play objective game modes and you don't have at least 1 or 2 Hunker classes or armored classes that are actually leveled up so you get that Flak Jacket ability with armored, you're doing something wrong. Personally, I don't really like using the armored division too much, so Hunker allows me to avoid that nade damage while still using the divisions that I prefer using, like airborne and infantry. Now before we get into the last basic training skill on this list of 3, I did want to give an honorable mention to Scoped. Scoped is an excellent basic training skill, but it is kind of situation dependent. It's not like the other ones where you can put it on pretty much any one of your classes, and it's going to help you a bunch. If you're using infantry, I would never recommend using Scoped, but I really like using it in combination with an SMG and the airborne division. I feel it complements this playstyle very, very well, and therefore I thought it should be mentioned in this video. So finally, the last basic training skill I'm going to be adding to this list is Hustle. Hustle is kind of dependent on the gun. Obviously, guns with really slow fire rates that have a decent magazine capacity, you probably don't want to be using Hustle on because it's not like you have to reload after every kill or two. But I would say for a lot of the guns in this game, they do have relatively low magazine capacities, and their rate of fire might be a little bit high as well, and Hustle can be a major lifesaver in this area. So I'm looking at a bunch of the SMGs that just burn through ammo really quickly, or like the M1941 Johnson has quite a small magazine plus a very high fire rate, so it seems like after every kill or maybe every 2 kills you've got to be reloading just constantly. Hustle basically allows you to stay in the fight and just keep going with your kills without having to worry about backing off and taking a reload. So that's going to wrap it up for my quick little list of the basic training skills that I feel are the best after the primed nerf. I'd like to hear from you guys. Are there any basic training skills you feel should be added to this list? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.